Alright, everybody, welcome to another Hennessy Performance night of racing here. I'm the only one right now. It's just me. I am Speed Racer. We had an exciting night of Formula One action coming your way from Imola. Imola's a very interesting and exciting track. A lot of challenges. We've definitely could see a couple full course cautions and potentially some other things as well. Going into this race, the driver standings look pretty similar. Jackson Altman's been on an amazing run. He's got about a 17-point gap, so he can afford a bad race or so over Clay's Prang, Electric Blade, and Killer. Those are the top four right now as it goes for drivers. And if we go look at the constructor standings, of course Red Bull, they've been killer lately. They lead the points by over 50 in the constructor standings over the AlphaTauri, and Haas runs at the top three in that, but Alpine is tied with them, so they're tied for third there. Going to be looking forward to hopefully a solid run from some of the guys maybe not up there. I haven't seen Carlos Sainz in a while. Maybe he shows up and runs a good race. Always Eric and Furch in the Alfa Romeos tonight. They're going to need some good runs. Kluka is running in the Red Bull this week. Hopefully he can maintain that Red Bull dominance. And maybe some of those Mercedes as well can have a good run tonight. Also looks like I see Electric Days in the AlphaTauri. Haven't heard a lot of him this season. Maybe he gets a good run as well. Everybody who's tuned in, welcome. The race will be going here shortly. If you haven't already, I suggest you do check out what happened Wednesday and last night on the NASCAR side. We had pretty interesting races. Trucks, I believe they were at, where was Trucks? Trucks was at Richmond, that is correct. Trucks had a pretty interesting race at Richmond. And then last night's Xfinity race at Kentucky. That was a pretty interesting ending that I was involved in. And then, of course, the Cup Series race. That was at Texas. So if you haven't already checked out those races, go do that. But this race will be pretty exciting. Looks like we have 16 drivers in this race, which is a pretty higher number for what we've had lately. I think we've had around 13, 14. Looks like we got both McLarens here tonight, Haas's, AlphaTauris, the Mercedes. It's a lot of drivers. Excited to see how this plays out. I also think I should turn that down for this and all that while I'm here. Sorry I forgot to do that, but that might be helpful. Definitely cannot wait for this race to get going once it finally does. 32 laps here at Imola. Imola's a lot of it is straightaway speed. However, with these new cars, they're a little light on the exits, so you can mess up that straightaway pretty quickly. And saving ERS and DRS well, you don't have to save DRS, but saving ERS this race will play a huge factor as well. Some guys will have more than others. I've noticed the reason why Jackson Altman's been fast because he's been able to do that. Maybe he can do that as well. But timer's expired. We're going to get ready for qualifying here. Looks like we're going to have a shorter qualifying this week. I think the setting it's been on all season, but if it hasn't been, then, you know. As you can see, Imola has a lot of bends. That's why it makes it so challenging. That is right now for race picks with the drivers I currently see in this race. I have no reason to pick anybody else besides Jackson Altman. Streak he's been on lately at a track. I wouldn't say as simple as this, but it's definitely not too challenging compared to the races he's been good at. So I pick him to win. But I mean, you never know. We'll base that off of qualifying, which is just about to begin right now. 17 minutes of qualifying. We're just going to feel like ages for a person by themselves. Like I am right now, but all these drivers currently under pit road, maybe putting their setup in. Flex and tires are going to start on. Can't exactly tell you what car that is. It looks like it is Porty Dude going up first. High speeds of this track. Through the first sector on his outlap. Through this bend. This is a straightaway. Get some speed on. He's going to go up to about 170 before entering this turn. 167 miles per hour. Rest of the sector is going to be a little bendy here. Come out of this part. Onto another straightaway. This will start sector 3. Only a couple turns. This is more like a bend. Get through there nice and smooth. And he's going to go as fast as he can. This part is braking zone. Very critical you don't mess this up. Which he kind of did. He's going to want a good launch for this straightaway here. To start his first official qualifying lap. Really fast speeds. Wormule's retired from the session for getting a lap. I'm not entirely sure why he'd do that, but looks like Porty's going through that part of the track really fast. Obviously, the first sector is purple, but that is because he's the only one who's gotten through it yet. Going into this part. Looks like he's going to get a decent corner there. Sector 2, again, fastest, but he's the only person to go through there yet. Down this straightaway. ERS is going to be definitely enabled for him. Down to this part of the track. Nice and smooth. He's going to get a good launch. ERS enabled. He's going to run a 1:16.5. Good lap for him. I'm going to watch Jackson Altman now. as he's going through his lap. Looks like he's just about to finish Sector 2. All purple so far for him, as expected. Coming through this part, nice and smooth as well. He's going to get a great launch off this corner. Looked even smoother than Porty Dude's. He's going to come in 1:16.2. That puts him on pole right now. 0.3 of a second. Jackson Altman with a great lap. Tiger NASCAR had a good lap too. He's in third right now, 1:17.1. Watch Kluka as he goes on his lap now. He had an okay second sector, but not great. He's going to need to come off this corner really good. Get a good lap. Looks like he got a little loose there. It's going to be a 1:17.7, which does put him in the top 5. But I think that lap might have been discounted maybe, because he hasn't moved up on the leaderboard. Oh, Tiger NASCAR. 5-place group penalty. With him in third right now, that would put him in 8th, if I'm not mistaken, and that's if he doesn't fall. So that is very unfortunate for Tiger. I also believe Reddy is his teammate, so I would assume that wasn't on purpose, but it's really unfortunate. Looks like now mostly everybody's in pit road. We'll watch Logan Aim in the McLaren as he's out on his out lap. He's going to come through this last sector lap, start his out lap, or his first lap, I should say, sorry, just now. Looks like he's going pretty fast. He's going to go up to all the way to 201, 202 miles per hour before he slows down. I think that's about just as fast as I've seen anybody through there. Goes through the straightaway. Gets through this part of the track nice and smooth. That is the best of Sector 1. If he can keep it up, this is a good lap. Looks like he can go through that corner nice and smooth as well. Coming through this bend, takes it fast, goes over the curbs a little bit, but doesn't look like he gets very loose or anything. Fastest through Sector 2 as well. Oh, all red. I think that means his lap is DQ'd now though, so this lap won't mean anything. However, he is pretty fast. Yeah, he's just going to take it to pit road here. No point in wasting any more car or tire if you can't get the lap that you want. Okay, so what we'll do is we gotta do here. Alrighty, sorry about that, folks. Furch is retired from the session. He thinks a 1:19.3 is good enough for him. As Blade with a 1:16.4. That'll move him up to the podium. Good lap for him. And Killer had a good lap too. So just to move Tiger down to 5th with that 5 grid penalty, he's actually going to start 10th place now. He's now electric days on his out lap. He's going to start his lap now. Kind of at the same speed as Logan Aim. If he just has as smooth sector 1 as he did, he'll be faster than Jackson Altman. Gets through there nice and smooth. A little wide, but didn't quite get through section 1 perfect, which is going to be what he needs. Looks like he gets a little loose off that corner as well. He's going to need to pick up the pace if he wants the pole position. Through this part of the track. Looks like Electric really likes to run a wide line around here, which is a little daring, I would say, but if it works, then that's his prerogative. Coming through the final sector now. Very high braking zone. Get through it nice and smooth though. Looks like he's going to get a decent launch off the corner, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. No, 1:17.7. Going to be good enough for the top 8, but definitely not good enough for pole per se. As we'll watch always Eric on his outlap. Able to run a 1:17.4 earlier in the session. It's going to be looking to improve on that. So his Alfa Romeos are going to need a good run. Always Eric improving on his lap time would be huge for that team. Gonna have a pretty good corner. 202, 203, even 204, even faster than those other cars. Can he get through this sector? As Clay with a 1:16.1, he's now on pole. Watching Eric's lap time though. Oh, Eric spins! Always Eric with a great start to his lap, but ends up backwards. So Clay's playing with the fastest lap, and always Eric spins. Wow. Clay is one of those guys who's a little bit better in the race trim than he is in qualifying trim, so for him to run a lap like that, I'd be a little worried now if I were Jackson. But needless to say, got about 5 minutes left in this session. Gonna be interesting to see if anybody can top that lap. Last week in qualifying, we had a few late runs that topped each other. Kind of like an anything you can do, I can do better type of qualifying the whole run. Clay now entering pit road. Jackson! Thank goodness I turned to him at the right time. A 1:16.04. And even 10th faster than Clay as Clay enters pit road. Will he have time to get back on track and run fast lap? Logan Aim Now getting through this part of the track. His lap's already 10 seconds off, so I'm assuming he's just kind of running the run at this point. Yeah, he's entering pits. Marnes, though, on his outlap. Same thing with Allen. Both these two on their outlap haven't even not have got a lap in yet. We're getting their first laps in of the session. Looks a little slow off exit for that car, however, might not matter because he's got amazing straightaway speed in that McLaren. Around the same speed as some of those guys were earlier in the session. Gets through this part relatively smooth, not the smoothest though. You get through here, a little wide, very wide, hit the sand. However, still purple for him. Needs to just get a little bit smoother there. Can't be running too wide. There you go, a little less wide through there. Not quite purple for him anymore, but if he can step it up in sector 3, looks like he's having a good lap so far. Just too many mistakes. 118.4 for Marnes. Allen in a 117.5. Just not good enough for pole though. I want to see if Clay's on his outlap. He's going to try and get a better lap than Jackson. Looks like this lap he's just been kind of running the run though. Obviously over 2 minutes he'd be dead last with this lap, so here he goes though, this lap. All the way up to 206 miles per hour, even faster anybody I've seen so far. Can he keep it going? Allen retires, he's done from the session. Very smooth corner there. Not purple though. Clay still a little slower than Jackson. He's gonna need to gain. Gets through there. Wouldn't call it the smoothest, but maybe the fastest. Not quite purple. Purple, in case you're wondering. As you can see in Jackson Altman's case, his lap's in purple because he's the fastest. Coming through the last part of this sector. Nice and smooth and really fast, but I don't think it's going to be enough. You know, prove me wrong. 115.8. I don't know anything here. Clay looks like he might get pole unless Jackson Altman, who's on a lap right now, can get faster. You know he's gonna try to. Jackson Altman looking decent so far. Don't know if it's faster though. Basically through 2 sectors. It's about 2/10 off his best, meaning he's about 4/10 off of Clay's lap right now. Unless he has an amazing final sector. Ooh, 159. Betters his lap, but it's not quite good enough. Looks like he might run another one though. Well, no, his checker's out, so he's probably done. Looks like everybody appears to be done, except for Clay, who's in pits. I presume he just retires from the session here. No point to waste any car. Once it loads him in the garage, we'll be official. Oh no. Hold on here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so Clay is first, Jackson second, Heredia third, Porchy fourth, Blades fifth, Tiger is in sixth. However, he's gonna have that 5-position penalty. That'll move him to 11th, which will move Killer up to 6th, Eric up to 7th, sorry, Kluka up to 8th, and so on and so forth. Well, normally I would ask Jake, whoever is with me, who they think is going to win the race, but nobody else is here yet. Y'all already know my pick. Jackson Altman. Guy's just killer fast lately. Got 10 laps until seconds till the start, sorry. A very exciting race up ahead. Not sure if there's a formation lap or not. Appears not. And away we go. Lights are out here at Imola. Clay looks like he's getting some good launch, but Jackson's still there with him. You have some movement there in the back, but nothing major. Get through turn 1, and Clay's going to maintain the lead over Jackson Altman. So we do have a caution. Looks like Logan Aim might have had a little issue there. Everybody's still good for now, though. Clay's praying with a solid gap so far. Does look like some guys may try the 1 or 2 stopper. It all just depends. So, for the strategies, I believe the guys on the hards, as the game is just mentioned below on the bottom of your screen, I think the guys on the hards will go with the 1 stopper. So those are Clay, Jackson, Porchy, Blade, Killer, Allen, and Tiger, NASCAR. And you guys on mediums may like the 2 stopper. Those are Eric, Heredia, Masopes, Electric, Kluka, Worm, Marnes, First, and Logan Aim. As always, Joker arrives. Clay spraying, holding a solid. Jackson! Jackson Altman spins and retires! Jackson Altman is done! He spins out and retires from the session on lap 2. Jackson Altman's gonna finish last today. Wow. Wow. Jackson Altman. What a tragic end to his race. Meanwhile, Clay, that puts him in a huge lead now. Now instead of having Jackson right on him, that's a 2-second gap. It's a Porchy dude who's going to be under fire from either Blade. I forget if it's Blade or Darludo. Coast Blacks. One or the other. Might even call them Blacks now, but regardless, and he might be under fire from Killer eventually. It's going to be a very exciting battle as DRS is enabled for second. So Blacks is going to be in the DRS zone for Porgy. Killer is going to be in the DRS zone for Blacks. So they're all going to be very fast. It also looks like there's going to be a battle for about 5th, 6th, and 7th. As Masopes is right behind Heredia, and Eric is not too far behind Masopes. And we got the same kind of thing going on from Electric Days all the way to Kluka for 8th to 10th. So some pretty close side-by-side action as I can hear Joker cue the microphone.
Hello, I am here. Missed the start, but I believe the championship leader, right, is out of the race.
Yeah, so since Joker missed it, I'll kind of re-explain it. So Jackson Altman, he just wipes. Oh my! Well, now he's here. How did he get here?
He did ask to join the party for the booth.
Oh, well, uh, Jackson, I guess you're here now.
Yeah, I just need to make sure my it's on allow.
Yeah. Well, now we have a full house here in the booth. But Jackson, buddy, I picked you to win, not to be in the booth on lap 3.
Yeah, just wanted to make the championship closer. You feel me? So felt like I'd wreck out just to make it closer.
I suppose that's one way to go about it. But battle for you doing that gave Clay a pretty decent sized lead, but Porgy, he's got quite the handful from Black's Killer and Killer right now.
Yeah,
Worm
wrecks out. We'll see where that was.
looks like he pulled a U.
Yeah, I mean, mine was more on a straight. His looked like it was coming out of the corner. But yeah, so
I
this
think the safety car is out, right?
it is.
Yeah.
Yes. So this helps out the hard runners because their plan is to make it to the. It's gonna rain at the end of the race, so their plan is to make it until there. But all the people on mediums have to pit now because they have no chance of making it.
Yeah, definitely. And if you're the soaps in 5th that far back in, you have to take an extra pit stop. It's going to be pretty hard to make up that gap on Clay, isn't it?
Yeah, interesting strategy from the Red Bull of Kluka. Pits for the soft tires. Not sure how that's going to work out.
Well, you know,
Dave.
you every week, some of you F1 drivers confuse me on what strategy you guys are doing, and you know what? I'm just glad that this week I got 2 drivers with me who are also confused on what Kluka is doing right now.
Apparently the stream is unavailable for policy violations.
Interesting.
Why?
I don't know, so you might have to restart it again.
Yeah.
Well, let me do that.
Yeah,
Then. I'll stop
Oh,
and start it.
we got a copyright notice.
Oh, that's weird.
uh, yeah, I don't understand that because they're not racing this weekend. So
I'll stop and start it.
okay.